And welcome back, everybody. I promised you that if we got a fax transmission en route, I would restart the video instead of just waiting till I landed, and here we go. And while this is not a particularly helpful fax, it just says that Frank Schwimming is president of Gideon Enterprises, which you already knew, and his office is in San Francisco at the Gideon offices. Okay, nothing new there. Let's see. Robert Knott is head of the Law and Order Party, but no one I've talked to knows how to find him. He is totally secretive. Oh, darn it. To find our Aaron Sternwood, talk to Smiley Monroe. He's a police officer in Santa Barbara. Okay, so we got to talk to Smiley Monroe to learn where Aaron Sternwood is. Smiley Monroe is at 3614, which we already knew. Okay. And we must finish our descent. Won't be that much longer, and we can talk to Sandra Larson. We have not talked to her yet. And it's just a straightforward talkie scene. I find Sandra Larson at a local pub. She's an extremely attractive woman in her late 20s. I can see why Linsky started to date her. So, how about we begin with all the typical... Carl and I started dating about 2 months ago. I was heartbroken when I heard about his death. Okay, what about Sylvia? Did you have anything to say about Sylvia? I like Sylvia. She's a nice kid. She can be a little wild, though. Sometimes I need other people's voices for this game, don't I? Tell me about Dolores. White body. Dolores was Carl Linsky's girlfriend, but he had grown tired of her. Carl started dating me and said he was going to call their engagement off. Carl was worried about telling her because she had quite a temper. Okay, but we've kind of already ruled out that he didn't have a chance to tell her, so that's not going to help much. You ever heard of John Richards? Yep. What about Steve Clements? No? Okay. Well, what can you tell me about yourself? I'm doing fine now, but Carl's death is still a shock. I would imagine you seem like a decent person so far, other than being a little bit of a homewrecker. Nope, don't know anything about Sonny Fletcher. Darn it. Let's see. What about John Klaus? You ever heard of him? No. J. Saint Gid. Oh, come on. J. Saint Gideon? He was president of Gideon Enterprises at one time. I heard him tell Shimming he'd get even with him someday. So they were not left on good terms, apparently. Huh. Maybe we need to find him. Aaron Sternwood? No. What about Roberts? Not. No. Well, how about the MTC Corp? Let's see. It's supposed to be a management training center for employees of Gideon, but I suspect there's more to it than that. They've hired a number of top scientists. I don't know what they've been doing, but I'm sure they're not management consultants. So that's another strike against the MTC Corporation. Let's see, have you heard anything about Overlord? Nope, never heard that, huh? Anybody give you a password? Nope. Pass card. Nope. Okay. And order. I've seen some of those arrogant thugs around the office. They're involved with the project of MTC, that's for sure. Okay, get back there. Prizes. No. Nexus? No. You know anything about the insurance? No. Darn. Well, what about all the people... No? What do you know about Frank Shimming? He's the head of Gideon Enterprises and an arrogant SOB. I heard he once stuck a live bunny in the paper shredder. Wow. Something tells me we don't want to tick this guy off. At least not yet. See, Cal Davis. No, you know nothing about Cal Davis. It's okay, we've got his David Pope. No, we don't have his David Pope. That would be interesting if that was his David Pope. Scribble. No. Okay. Peter Dull. Nope. Stego. Nope. Okay. So you weren't much help. Thank you for your time, ma'am. Huh. See, we visited you. Haven't found Sonny Fletcher yet. Be nice. Zwiener, Bash to go. Peter Dull. We visited him. How about we go talk to Mr. Scribble? We know where he is. We have not visited him yet. And let's go visit Mr. Scribble. At least we've got a few new places to go check out, huh? Vanessa's been helpful so far. Something tells me I don't want to visit Gideon Enterprises for a while. Oh boy, this is a long trip, isn't it? Joy. Oh, man. So what do we do now? Well, it's been 2 hours of game time. Imagine that. I guess that's a real-time counter, isn't it? We must have the pedal cranked to the metal. That's going pretty quickly. Let's see. So far, what I do know is we get something Man, I better mention this now, in case I keep forgetting. Something I forgot to mention was that we get that blue pass card we used, right? Well, hopefully I, left an annotation or something of the like when I uploaded that video. But what I didn't mention, because I didn't notice at the time, we get that blue pass card out of the Band-Aid box. Yeah, we were supposed to actually look at the Band-Aid box before we picked it up. I didn't. Oh well. Would have been a nice thing to do. But yeah. But something about list of passwords, and one of the passwords went with that. Something tells me we need to find more pass cards for something. Don't know what yet, but we need to find them for something. Hopefully visiting these scientists, like Cal Davis, even though he's dead, hopefully he's a scientist, and I bet he was working on this thing before he died. Hopefully Klaus, Scribble, and Pope will be able to give us some more leads. Be a nice thought. Because right now we're kind of stuck. We don't really have a lot of leads to go on. I guess this is kind of like real detective work, isn't it? Now, do we have another fight scene coming up? I'm willing to save. Just in case we do. Not that we've Yes, save the game. Save the game, thank you. Marie Scribble. I found the home of Marie Scribble and knock on the door. I am invited into the room by an older woman and introduced to Marie Scribble. He's a tall, distinguished man in his late 60s. I explained that I'm working on a case, and his name was on the list of scientists who were possibly associated with the project. He explains that he has been in retirement for a number of years and enjoys and spends his time golfing and relaxing at the country club. He says he's due at the golf course and shows me the way to the door. I thank him for his time and go back to my speeder. Well, that was useless. Darn it. That didn't help us in the least, did it? Darn it. That was a long trip out here for nothing. Okay, what about David Pope? Well, once again, it's another long trip. Should have visited Pope first. Oh well. Yeesh. That was a wild goose chase, wasn't it? You see, I could be asking Lee, my informant, about some of the stuff, but problem is I don't want to spend the money just yet until I have to. It may stretch out this gameplay a little bit, but yeesh. And something tells me I'm going to have to go visit Mr. Gribble again. Something tells me that even though he's been in retirement, he's still hiding something. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. That's how this works. Actually, I hope he's hiding something, or else this is going to be really boring. We need more conspiracies going on here, don't we? And my voice is just cracking. Yeah. Thank God for an on-off switch on the mic. I wonder if I have to go back out there after I talk to the other two scientists. It's a thought. If this doesn't turn up anything, then I've got the trip out to go. I gotta go talk to Smiley Monroe, don't I? Yes, I do. Talk to Smiley Monroe and see if he wants to give up the information on Aaron and maybe even Cal Davis. I'd like to go see the live guy before I go rummage through the dead guy's office. Since apparently they all have this little switch you can trigger. Or, well, you have to trigger a switch to avoid it, but they all have alarms. Okay. Yep, we've passed the 14-minute mark, so I am going to cut the video here, and when I come back, we will be landed. So, take care, everybody. See you next time.